There are 3 ways people swear you can finish off a burr. You can cut it off in wood, you can strop it off with diamond or another compound, or just grind it away on the stones. I tried all 3 under the microscope, and that little burr was a lot harder to kill than anyone admits. So which one actually works? And one of them doesn't do a thing. So first, we raised a burr and did minimization strokes on a softer steel, Austen 8. Here you can see the minimized burr. So parts are sticking out. So let's rake this over some wood and see what it looks like. We are using basswood. Here we see the results. It looks like part of the burr has disappeared. However, it is more likely it was just folded over to the other side. That is in any case what happened with that other second burr fragment. You can see that it has been flattened. So to be absolutely sure, I did about 100 more passes over the wood, resulting in this picture. So no, this specific burr could not be removed by cutting wood. I did even more passes and some side-to-side passes as well, and that actually straightened a piece of burr that looked like it had disappeared before. So no, not an effective method on this steel. Then I went on and I stropped the edge on a diamond compound, and as you can see, the burr disappears entirely. So on Austen 8, diamond compound wiped the burr right off. But here's the thing, Austen 8 barely has any hard carbide. So what about a steel that does? So I tried Spy 27. This is the minimized burr. You can see that fine black edge. That's the burr. Here's a bigger picture. So I went all out on this edge with wood. I'll spare you all the intermediary pictures. And this is where we ended up with. So again, wood, nothing. Now, here's where it should get predictable. Diamond compound erased the burr on this Austen 8. Let's see if Spy 27 plays along. So I used 6 micron DMT compound. And to my amazement, as you can see below, the burr was still there. It's much refined, as you can see, but nevertheless, it's a burr. It was sharp, it did cut paper, it did hook here and there, and it didn't shave hairs. So you can see the sideway passes have straightened the burr. So I tried with all possible compounds. I could get this knife sharper, but I could not manage to knock that burr off. This one clearly needs more time on the stones. By the way, I have a video on those compounds. I will put it in the end screen. So the harder steel actually made things worse. The compound that demolished the Austen 8 burr couldn't knock off the burr on the Spy 27. So let's push this a bit further. So I raised a burr on a giant mouse GMF1 with MagnaCut using a 1000 grit sharpel stone. So here you can see the unminimized burr. It's a huge burr, it's 60 micron. This, of course, is way too big, so we need to do burr minimization passes on that same 1000 grit stone. That results in this picture. As you can see, the burr is shredded and pointing in all directions. At this point, I know wood won't do anything, but let's just try and confirm it for the record. So, as you can see, it's still there. It flattened out using basswood. And then, to be sure, I tried oak as well. And again, the same result. Wood cannot remove it. So here we are. 3 steels, soft steel, diamond worked, medium steel, diamond struggled, hard steel, well, let's find out. So I used some wicked edged 5 micron on it. And look at that tenacious burr. It's still there. It was sharp, however. It cut paper. However, it did not shave hairs. By the way, this is on leather. I'm very sure this burr could be more easily removed by diamond compound on basswood instead of leather. It's a big difference. I have a video on that as well. I will put it on the end screen. But I didn't want to give up, so I added slightly more aggressive 5 micron stroppy stuff. This is how it looks like. It looks much finer, but there is still some burr left. I must remark here, you would never have noticed without a microscope, because this stuff is razor sharp. And it is shaving hairs. I actually cut this edge in wood to see if it was a stable edge. And yes, afterwards, no issues. It was just cutting fine as well. So then I grabbed some DMT 6 micron. I was going up in size again. So this DMT is very aggressive. And as you can see, yes, most of the burr is gone, but look carefully at the right-hand side of the picture. Yes, there is still a little bit of burr left there. I'm very sure if I kept stropping on diamond, eventually I would have removed all of it. But do take into account that by this time, I have already stropped more than any normal person would strop the knife ever. And also, we are getting to a point where perhaps we should definitely stop caring about burrs or no burrs. I mean, this stuff is cutting, and my guess is that it will not go dull after cutting hard stuff. Nothing will fold over. So I actually, after this pass, I started cutting wood again to try to fold it over. That didn't work, it just kept on cutting as before. So for good measure, I went through a full progression all the way to 1 micron. You can see it on screen here. It is very tight, very fine, but yes, that burr is still there. Alright, so at this point, I decided to go back to the 1000 grit stone with this giant mouse. Create a burr again and try to knock it off as carefully as possible. So this is the edge after trying to minimize as much as possible. So yes, it's a coarse edge, but I see no burr whatsoever. It cuts paper and it shaves well. I didn't clean it well after cutting the paper, and you can still see the tiny white specks on the edge. So then, just to see the effect, I refined it on a 4000 grit stone. And as you can see, it's very fine. It cuts and shaves very well. And you can also see how a 4000 grit stone differs from a 4000 grit diamond compound equivalent. The entire sketch pattern is here written. With leather as a soft substrate, that would be less the case. Then, just to show you the difference, I then used Hepstone diamond compound. This is 6 micron, which is rather close to 4000 grit. And as you can see, it did refine the edge slightly. So, let's do a roundup of what we have seen. I think the takeaway of these tests are fourfold. So first, you cannot deburr by cutting on wood, period. We tried 3 steels and 2 types of wood, it does not work. And then second, when you use harder steels, the chances of having a small burr remaining seems to be much larger than using soft steels. At the same time, those burrs will be much stronger than a soft steel burr and are less likely to be noticed. It seems that for those more elite steels, it is much more important to get your edge as sharp as possible on the stones before moving on to the strop. Considering this, it seems very likely that many people consider their knives burr-free and sharp after a few stropping passes, while this is not actually the case at all. And then lastly, at some point, a burr seems to be getting so small that it really doesn't matter anymore that it's there. So if you like this video, please subscribe. Up here, there is a video about stropping compounds that might interest you, and one about basswood versus leather. Also very interesting. So let me know about your experiences with deburring below in the comments. See you guys later.